The photographs of UFOs taken between 1870 and 1960 are very interesting, and we are going to show here that they are very scary, and there are also scary videos, but these are all interesting photos of aliens from the past. Let's see if they are real. The first photograph was taken in 1870 in New Hampshire, and this is the first known photograph. One of the earliest UFOs in human history is it looks like a cigar-shaped UFO with a cloud on it is an old picture. And not very amateur, but I don't know. Look at this picture, could also be a sweet cotton thing where people put a little piece of stick there and it looks like a cloud, and there is a UFO and it is complicated, and this matter can be said to fake a picture, and it is not a number, but it can do it. I don't know where to comment. It's from 1957. People look, it's going to be a fast flying saucer, bright good, which is rather interesting because it seems to be flying there. There is a small trace that seems to be behind him. 1957 is big, but maybe it could be a cloud is also complicated because it is a cloud. Clouds can have any format, can also not be an old photo, and very amateur stuff, and also not very good. I've never seen a flying saucer so shiny it would be a cloud like a flying saucer. Good, I don't know. The photo is 57 good to leave your cunning, and you think, comment there. It looks like a cloud. It could be a cloud. It looks like a good, comment you think is a cloud or a real flying saucer. This is taken from here, 1960 in Italy. See, only people take.
It seems the photographer wasn't aiming at the UFO but rather a tree, with 3 UFOs captured in the frame, which complicates the intent behind the photograph. Interestingly, these 3 UFOs are not rabbits.
Well, if there was only one, we could say that someone threw a flying saucer toy into the sky and took a picture. But here are 3, and look at the size of it. They are huge.
This is something I love. This is what I love.
Doesn't look like the person is trying to photograph the UFO. It seems she photographed the environment and got the UFO there without wanting this. Here is good. This here doesn't look like it changed. It doesn't look like it is fake. I like now. I don't know what these 3 points are. Don't let your arrogance also comment the people there. What do you think? It's a good picture, it's funny, it's amateur, but it's funny, I like it, it's good. It's up to you to judge. You think Hen is the real UFO. It seems he didn't try to photograph the UFO. Another UFO shot by the guy from Colorado in 1956. Okay, this has been a bit complicated. It looks like a UFO there. I don't know if it's the sky.
But it looks like the UFOs are there in a weird formation. I don't know if it was upside down. The guy photographed the upside down UFOs, and he did. This is a very amateur photo.
But it could also be faked. Maybe the man threw something there. Something playing in the air. Because in ancient times, people would do that. Many fakers don't have serious calculations, but people would play with toys, playing with business, and it looks like a UFO, putting another person there, and then taking pictures there, which is weird because it has a part and there it looks like an antenna. Look here, I know I see something I don't like, but it goes from head to toe. Look, I don't know, I wouldn't risk saying no, but what do you think?
Did they throw something in front of the screen?
It may be good and not complicated to review there. Captured in Texas back in 1951, an intriguing piece of history. It looks like a huge UFO with a couple of lights in front of it, or a group of UFOs, but their formation, I don't know, their formation looks like a half formation. I know what it is. Looks like a half formation, very close to each other. It doesn't look like that big. It's also a bit of a counterfeit. The person can throw, say, on a dark surface where you can throw little white stones, say from there saying it's a group of UFOs. But I don't know, look at this. No, I don't like this picture. It doesn't seem convincing.
Not me, at least, but I could be wrong, aren't I? What do you think that is?
Isn't it fascinating? Comments. Here are the people of New Jersey in 1947, where the 4 highlights look like a big ship, and I don't know if you can see 4 old pictures there. There are 4 lights in front or back. Nothing can be a picture. There is a UFO leaving with 4 lights on it, but I don't know of anything new similar to the other one previously given to fake. Look, for example, the guy could take a picture of the surface where you put 4 white things and say you want a UFO dog and then say it's heaven. Honestly, I'm uncertain. It's challenging. I don't want to say the guy who took this picture is lying, but there really seems to be something around these 4 white spots. But I don't know if this is the front and rear of the ship. Okay, look, this is what you know. I don't know the comment. This is an interesting guy. This was taken in Ohio in 1952. Look, this is a picture of a boy. Look at the picture he took in the top right corner. Look at the picture he took there. Look at this is an accidental picture. Look at this is an interesting picture. This is there. It's not something a person would play with. It's too big. Compare the UFO to the tree and the plants underneath. It looks big and tall. This one here is interesting. I love that it's an old picture, but they took it well. I think it's not very obvious. It's not the guy taking the picture staring at the boy there. It's not just looking at the UFO in the top right corner.
See what you think. I like this one. That's not interesting. I like it. I like this picture. I like this picture very much.
Possibly a real UFO. Stop dwelling on it, but I like this. If someone throws something out there that I don't know, I don't know. Could it be a camera flaw as well? I don't think so.
UFOs are far away. Well, your thoughts are in the picture.
Comments. This was produced in Oregon in 1927. Look, I tell people above the tree in the upper right corner, this is the best in my opinion. Just because the UFO is huge, the clearer thing is, not that black spot, a white spot, It's hard to see this picture. This picture is a half black and white picture. The picture at the time was not very good. I think people were shooting there. I found the trees and took the UFO above. I like this one here. This one is interesting. I like it. The flying saucer looks much clearer on it, doesn't it? It appeared enormous, certainly not a thrown toy captured by an attentive crew. Honestly, your thoughts on this? Personally, I find it remarkable.
I like this. This is a very interesting picture.
So what's your perspective? The photograph remains compelling.
This is a black and white photograph, but taken there.
The earth and the sky both reflect the distinctive tones of old photographs, adding a unique character.
Well, people comment. Taken in 1950 Oregon, the photograph stands as a historical depiction.
You see, the UFO is in the distance. This one here is interesting because it is noticed at a great distance. The picture was really kind of interesting, but it was there, it had part of it here, and it was in the middle, but it looked like a person saw the UFO and took the picture because it was in the middle of the picture, but it looked like an unwanted thing. And it was kind of complicated in my opinion, because it looked like a person was waiting to take the picture, and the picture was very complicated at the time.
That man is seriously going to record this? I'm unsure.
Did someone throw an object in there, like something, and then that person took a picture?
But it's huge, isn't it?
It's a massive image. I genuinely enjoy it. Really, I do. But it doesn't seem to have been done unintentionally, and it seems like the person was already expecting something I didn't know about. He harbored slight skepticism initially, yet this photograph, taken from the 50s in Lenoir, clearly becomes more intriguing and undeniably distinct, with folks possibly identifying it as a UFO. I don't know if this person is trying to photograph the area of trees there. I don't know if they are trees too, or it might be some shrub there that looks like a tree, but it's not, because it's not like a tree. It's not like a plant or a small plant. Did you notice that you faked this picture there? Will she? Someone threw a toy there from the UFO, which looked like a tree, but it wasn't because the trees were weird. It looked like a bush, and it didn't look like a bush, which made me a little skeptical, because the person seemed to have a lot in the center, and it looked like people were waiting. I don't know if this picture was zoomed in too, and I don't know how good this picture is. Comment. This one was taken in France in 1954. People, look here, this one is very close. What could it be? A flying saucer? A UFO? Not a UFO. Looks like just a rough picture, I don't know. Or it was taken by that person, but it seems, I don't know, it seems the UFO doesn't have much consistency. I don't know if this picture was taken from a distance. Is it an amateur picture or something from 1954?
Maybe they've enlarged this picture. This appears fascinating. Does it show authenticity or deception? But I don't know. It seems like there isn't much consistency with UFOs. Did someone throw the toy there again, and that person took the picture?
Probably too, at the time I had. Well, it's close, but I don't know if anyone came close. I don't really know if this picture was taken there. The picture goes further, but it's an interesting picture, although there isn't a cool format for the UFOs there, and there's not a good comment. It looks like an antenna, and there's no comment. It was taken in Massachusetts in 1952, and you can see only 4 bright UFOs in the sky. This one here is interesting because it looks like this guy was really shooting the environment. Look at the cars down there and got this from there. It was huge. Not a bright UFO. Okay, again, not a cloud either. This picture captures the clouds and gives the clouds a flash of light. It turns out to be a UFO. It's complicated, isn't it? It's complicated.
Cameras have evolved significantly since then. Is this an explanation, not a thing?
More interesting, still interesting. I didn't know about the formation of UFOs either. They would go that way. It doesn't look like a correct formation. I don't really know. I think it might be a camera problem. Maybe there are clouds there. I didn't know it was taken in Italy. People even had people there in 1964 just looking at the 2 UFOs above. Interestingly, those who were there didn't seem to be worried about UFOs. They seemed to be there looking at another place, or they were just flying saucers from a distance, or they could be clouds, because clouds ended up forming a shape. A lot of clouds ended up forming an interesting shape, or you look at what clouds look like. That's simply a cloud above. Did you see the boys or did they not?
Perhaps the photo taker was looking at the boys, not wires accidentally captured. Looks like the boys aren't afraid. Their bus is another place there too. Oh.
It's made in Italy, made in Italy. I can't say for sure which city created it. 64, I think 61, I don't know. Good comments, people. This is an interesting picture. Look, it was taken in South Africa in 1956. People in South Africa. It seems to be a picture, maybe a plane. People on a plane must have taken this picture. So this one here is prettier. Look, the flying saucer looks clear above the clouds. It really looks like a picture of the sky, doesn't it? The guy seemed to be up there. I don't know if she was on the plane, or I don't know if she was down there. He shot, but he was a UFO, but he was also a metal UFO, and it looked like he was a metal shape reflecting there. This is something I like. This is someone I like.
Photographing the clouds is as if the person saw a UFO and took a picture.
Maybe someone threw the toy there again, but it's too tall,
What a delightful and captivating image. I adore it. I still like it.
But I don't know about you.
These are fascinating photographs.
I hope you like to give your enjoyment there. Comments are also not about photos you find, and follow our channel. There are several various interesting videos and photos more. After I bring more, I give you comments.
Worth it, folks.